It's been a crazy few days, and on my previous video I've been thinking a lot about the Black Ops 1 and 2 ports coming over to the PS4 and PS5 and potentially Xbox. Now, they need to get it right if they do, and these are some of the things that I want to personally see if they do end up doing this. Let's start up with multiplayer. The hacking problem. It's an anti-cheat. They need to have a strong anti-cheat that can detect cheaters, hackers, and have a better experience that way. That'll be great, because we don't want to have to deal with that problem. It's cluttered with hackers on the PS3 and Xbox, right? I don't want to see people flying around with mod menus and God mode again and make it frustrating, you know? If they get it ported over and we have to pay a high price for that, like they might charge us $70 just for that reason. Progression. Will they add a carryover progression system that we had in the PS3? Maybe. Or can they do a fresh start so everyone starts from zero? I think that'll be more likely, and I hope we can just restart our progression. It's not just a simple port. It'll revitalize the community a bit, so everyone has to start again in the same playing field. And if this is returning, will custom emblems be returning? Because custom emblems is one of the most controversial things about this game, especially the inappropriate art styles that people make back in the day. It won't fly this time around. For sure, nowadays people always going to be people complaining about little things, symbols, that kind of stuff, and people make inappropriate jokes on custom emblems. So I don't know if they'll still bring that on. I hope they still do, but because it's 2026, who knows at this point if they'll have to restrict it somehow, because yeah, it won't fly at all if it does end up happening. And stable servers. Will servers be as smooth and not as broken as the PS3 and PS4? So we already talked about hackers, but will it be better quality servers in terms of lagging issues, frame drops, sorts out your ping, puts you in the right lobbies close to you, that kind of stuff? Which brings me to the next point, matchmaking. In modern games, there's skill-based matchmaking. Are they going to implement skill-based matchmaking into these older CODs? I hope not. We better be no disbanded lobbies, because back in the day that was like our social thing, right? People used to play a match, trash talk to each other, make fun of each other after the match, and that's how we grew as friends, made friends that way. So let's hope there's no disbanded lobbies and no skill-based matchmaking, because that would suck, because we don't want to have to deal with that BS. That's why I don't really play multiplayer games more, just because of that reason. One minute you're doing well, the next minute you're just getting destroyed. I'm over that stuff, man. Will this revive the community a bit, especially the multiplayer community? I think so. I think people are, man, it's blowing up everywhere, and people are generally excited about this sport coming over. I just hope that at least consider changing a few things just to make the quality of life a bit better, which I'll touch more on later on. But yeah, I think it'll definitely reignite their fan base again, give it a bit of a resurgence on these Black Ops games. Zombies. Now zombies, imagine they brought it over and they added a few new quality of life improvements, such as server pause, solo, save and quit. So imagine that they can finally add that in, because it's a new standard now on modern zombies game, like BO6 or BO7 have save and quit feature. So that'll be cool if we can play solo on our consoles and we can save and quit. Imagine that. That would be sick if they added that in. And finally, that's one feature I always wanted, because no one wants to sit there for 2 hours playing and then you'll have to just die out. I don't want that. If you can save and quit and continue your progress on these older games, that'll be awesome. And yeah, server pause, that'll be awesome too. If the host can pause the game during match. If you're doing like an Easter egg, someone needs to take a bathroom break, you can pause it. Like, they have to add these sort of little things to make improvements, right? If they don't, that was just the dumbest decision they did, because that would suck. And no countdown timers. We don't get like 15 minutes just to pause it and then we resume. That would suck too. We don't want that. It has to be like, at least the one good thing about the older games, you pause and it stayed there. There was no like countdown, so you can pause it and it'll just stay there till the next day you come back. Those were the good features, but if they can improve, expand upon that, add those little features, that'll be great. And imagine a new generation playing these new, like older maps, such as Transit, Molder Dead, Buried, even Origins, you know? Like, a lot of people never got to experience these maps back in the day. It'd be really cool if the zombie community gets a bit of a resurgence again, because I feel like it's been a bit dry. And back then, zombies was big, right? Like, imagine them coming back, all those maps, playing on Kino, the OG, with the OG weapons, 5, especially Call of the Dead. We never got those maps remastered, and people never got to experience those maps. Yeah, it'd be really awesome to see all that come to fruition. Yeah, so a few quality of life features. I think they need to at least have FOV slider, give us the freedom to change our FOV, you know. These modern games have that feature. Why not put in this? It should be a no-brainer. And all these are simple fixes, you know, like little things. It shouldn't be too hard for them to do. And another thing, making our FPS, if they can at least do 60 FPS, I'll be happy. 60 frames per second. Like, that'd be great. If they could push it to 120, that'd be even better. But at least the minimum has to be 60 FPS. I don't want any like below that. It needs to be butter smooth. That's what at least I want to see. And cross-gen or cross-play, it'll have to be balanced, because I know Xbox players are a bit different. There's like different tactics they used to do when they were playing back then. There was like this snake move they used to do on BO1. Imagine that still happening. I don't know if you could do that sort of move on the PlayStation 3. You can't even do that sort of move. So if they can at least fix that as well, that would be great. Final thoughts, nothing's confirmed, but I just hope at least they can consider doing this, because that'll be the best thing for the COD community. If they just release it and sort of saying, I'll be a bit disappointed. Do the bare minimum. So if they can at least do that, that'd be great. But if not, it is what it is. I'm still gonna play it because those are OG cards, but it's just be disappointing. They should have at least put a bit of effort into it, you know. But I'm not expecting for them to add server pause or solo pause feature. Obviously that might take a lot of work, but still, it's an older game. How hard can that be? If you can pause in solo and leave it there for your console overnight, I'm sure you can figure out how to do a save and quit feature. If this happens, it'll be a big thing for the COD community. Like, imagine the resurgence. People will be coming back to this game. Friends are gonna be back together. Everyone's gonna have a good time, especially if this comes out soon. Like, let's hope it comes out pretty soon before GTA 6, but knowing Activision, it'll probably come out around GTA 6, just because it's gonna take a lot of players to go into GTA 6 and they need that distraction to get the players back into their games. Let me know in the comments, guys, what do you think? What sort of features that you guys want to see? And if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe. If there's any news that's coming out in the next few days, I'll be sure to cover them. But for now, being Scarves Prime, take care everyone.